Welcome back to another episode of the Playbook here on the Boise Beat. As always, I got my special guest Hondo Rondo with me.
Hello, hello world.
What's up?
What's up? How's it going, dude?
Good, good, bro. NBA playoffs just kicked off earlier this week.
Yes, sir.
A lot of action, a lot of drama, as we love about the NBA.
Especially last night's game.
Yep, yep. It's a big gossip column, bro, as we talk about, especially anytime the Lakers and LeBron are involved. A lot of crying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, but the big talk though is Jokic, bro. Can anybody stop this man?
I mean, what he put up 29, 20, and 10 last night.
Dude, that's insane.
Down
And
20 in the fourth quarter, down 9 with 5 minutes left in the game. But I
yeah,
mean, got to look at it this way. Jamal Murray, first 7 quarters of the series, I think he shot 12 of 50, maybe even less. I think that's Jalen
yeah.
Brunson's stats. I don't know. Um,
Mhm.
But either way, last night he went 8 of 8 in the fourth quarter. I
Jamal
mean,
Murray, bro. Playoff Jamal.
he was nasty last night, dude. But yeah, I mean, I think that was the Lakers' best shot at getting a dub. I think
Yeah.
this is going to end up being a sweep.
Yeah, dude, they
Um,
had both games. They had big leads in the first half
mhm.
and then just let go of the rope. And if you take one, but especially if you were to take two of those games in Denver, this whole series, like, especially with LeBron closing it out, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that was their best chance. They
Well,
were
I
going to
mean,
take
you're
this
not
series.
you're not going to get a 7 for 7 3-point shooting night from D'Angelo Russell or a monster game like AD had last night. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was their puncher's chance, man. Puncher's chance, and they blew it.
Yep.
Instead of blaming themselves, letting go of a 20-point lead, they got to go ahead and blame the refs on the call. I mean,
Yep. Late in the game. Yeah. That explains how their seasons went. And we had our first comment. Get that out the way. The Moneyball Murray. Dude, he's clutch.
he was
Especially,
nasty last night.
dude, every year in the playoffs, he goes off. He's made a name where names are made in the NBA, and Jamal Murray's
Yeah,
definitely done that.
I will say Michael Porter Jr. I don't know if you watched the game last night.
Hmm.
Down three, they're on a fast break. They missed the layup. They kick it out to Porter. He's freaking got three guys surrounding him. What does he do?
Hmm.
Pull up three, nothing but net. Oh my goodness, so
Yeah,
nasty, dude. So nasty.
well, that's been the difference with the Nuggets is they got guys like Michael Porter Jr., who everybody thought would be a bust because he had injury problems, and all of a sudden he's coming into his own as
Hmm.
he was hyped up to be. Because before he had back problems coming out of college, he was going to be the number one pick.
Yeah,
So him like starting to fully grow in, come into his own, like that's huge for a team where he's like a third or fourth option as he grows. Like gosh, and you got Jokic
yeah,
who don't even care about basketball, but yet you know
dude. He
he's
is.
taking
He
out
was.
LeBron and AD.
He was nasty last night. He
He
was.
was.
He was showing the league why he's the MVP.
Mm. There's rumors though that people that they're saying that like some kind of list leaked about the season awards and they're giving it to Luca, which
Mm,
I'm the I'm a huge Luca lover. Like I will talk up Luca to anybody. But I just think that's a little crazy to take that away from Jokic. And people are like coming out and saying like the voters are like, I think Skip Bayless said he has a vote and he voted for Luca just because he's tired of seeing Jokic win it, which I think is so crazy to even
and
say.
that's voter fatigue, man. I
Yeah,
guess it
dude.
happens, but it's just like, dude, you got to give it to the best player. I don't care
Hmm.
if he wins it. Hey, I mean, if he's the best player in the league for 5 years straight, I mean, what do you want from him, you know? It's not
Yeah,
his
true.
fault. It's not his fault he's
Yeah,
so good, dude.
yeah. I don't think he cares anyways. He just cares about his horses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
big
honestly
blown.
probably wouldn't even care if they lost in the first round. He's just trying to get home.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah. No, there's a stat too though that popped up. It showed like franchises that have come back and won the series after losing the first game of a series. And I think the Celtics had like 15 or Lakers did, or the other one had 14, and LeBron has 12.
After
I
losing the
mean,
first game or the first two games.
the first game. So obviously it's
Oh,
different now. They're down 0-2. But I mean, we've seen it plenty in the past. With the Celtics, they'll win the first game or something, or anybody in the East. LeBron loses game one. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's done for," and he wins the series.
I just don't see it this time. I just
No,
don't see it
I
this
don't either.
time. LeBron's older.
Yeah.
He had a chance to put the game away with the three-pointer
hmm
wide open, missed it.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel
but
like that
just
was their
down this,
series.
yeah, I mean, like I said, you're not gonna get a really good shooting night from D'Angelo like you did last night, dude. I mean, to have a 20-point lead, a lot of people believe 20-point leads aren't anything big anymore in the NBA, but
hmm
have a 20-point lead and you blow that, being up nine with 5 or less minutes to go, it's tough. That was demoralizing for him.
Yeah. Patrick, the first comment, love bum. Come on, bro.
Oh gosh. That's my
No.
goat still, bro.
No, we love any chance we get to talk about the Lakers losing them.
Of course.
You know, we'll talk about that on the podcast for sure every time. But
Yeah.
yeah, that Knicks and Sixers series also some drama at the end of that one. I think it was Tyrese Maxey, was it that he turned the ball over and he's supposed to be fouled? The 2 minute report said.
Yeah, the 2-minute report came out and said he got fouled twice.
Oof.
And I mean, you go watch that game, it's just like, wow. I
Yeah.
think I think it was the Knicks that had a game like that earlier this season too. They fouled the crap out of someone and they stole the ball from them and
hmm
ended up winning the game. I think it was them, like against the
Dude.
Raptors or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. I
Hey,
love it.
it's just
That's the
out there though.
drama.
I guess Adam Silver's he grew up a New York Knicks fan, so I mean, do what you
Ooh.
want with that.
Ooh. I love hearing it too, like all the little banter that goes in. Like obviously Philly before the series are like, we're not ducking smoke, but yeah, we wanted to play the Knicks, obviously, rather than the Celtics,
Yeah.
But we're not ducking smoke.
You know what's crazy is Miami fans after they won, they said they wanted Boston. Now all of a
hmm
sudden it's we ain't got Jimmy. Like get over yourself, man. I'm
Yeah,
tired. I'm
literally,
tired of it.
literally.
I'm tired of it. Because
And they love
last year they were saying we beat you guys without Hero. Oh my gosh, like
Tyler Hero. Come on. Come on.
it's
That's no even
ridiculous.
come on. Like they like to bring up last year, but Tatum got hurt in game seven. They don't bring that up. What's
That's
up?
what I'm saying. They say, what
Yeah.
if we had Jimmy? I'm all, what if we had Tatum the whole game?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. But there's one thing I will say about this Miami series, because as a Celtics fan, there's no one I dislike more right now than Miami the last few years.
Hmm.
But like I think every Celtics fan will say that they like respect Miami though. Because like the
I
way they
respect
play hard.
Spoelstra.
That okay, we could agree on that, yeah. Because I
I
know you're
respect
thinking of Caleb.
Spoelstra.
You're thinking of Caleb Martin
Yeah,
right
I
now.
am. I
Yeah.
am. It's had it me heated. It's had me
Yeah.
heated, dude. But
No,
it's
for
the same
sure.
thing with them every single year. It's always some.
hmm
I mean, Gabe Vincent just happened to put his foot right under Tatum's ankle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude.
Yeah.
But I do respect Spoelstra. He's got his guys playing hard. He's doing what he can as a coach.
Yeah.
He's got him.
Yeah.
I mean, his zone defense is
Yeah.
amazing every freaking year. I don't know how, but he's got him playing hard.
Yeah, like and Spoelstra, he's got such a cool story, and now you can respect it. Now that he's not winning rings, you can actually say you like the guy, as long as he's not
Yeah,
winning every year. But
yeah.
like his story from coming from like his job was to organize the film. He was just like some lowly assistant, and then somehow like was ended up being hired as the head coach the year that they got the big three with them. So a lot of pressure. He's a young guy, and turns out to be one of the best coaches in the league. And every year he's voted as the
He's
best coach in the league,
he's,
which
he's kind of got that Pat Riley story to him, dude.
he
If you
does.
think
He
about it.
does. Yeah, but hate Pat Riley over here though.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
like Pat Riley. Nah.
No, no.
Yeah, yeah, we
It's
don't like Pat
really,
Riley.
I'm telling you, that heat culture, man. It's just,
Yeah, yeah,
I just want to be done with them already. I want to get the three more wins and be done with them,
yeah,
dude. I'm on to the
exactly.
next. I'm ready.
Yeah, get out of it healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scalabrini and Eddie House were going off in the post game show, the Celtics post game show about how dirty that play was from Caleb Martin. They're talking suspension. I don't know. I think it's playoffs. They're already shorthanded. Let them have
Nah.
Caleb Martin, but. That
Yeah, they
didn't
the
feel.
NBA said that they weren't gonna do any suspension. They just
Hmm.
left it.
Yeah.
Scalabrine was a little wild with his take talking about Spoelstra calling code red.
Yeah,
I
he
was
said,
like,
yeah,
okay, I don't know about all that, dude. I don't
yeah.
know about all
Let's
that,
relax. Let's pump the brakes. Yeah.
but yeah, that. I mean, watching that game, dude. Yeah, sure, we gave up a 34-point lead, but you watch that fourth quarter, they took their foot off their neck, you know. They were just
Hmm.
playing with their food. And then next thing you know, they start getting back into it and what happens? You go and hit some more shots, play some great defense, lock them down and put it away.
Yeah.
I just think everyone was wondering why we were playing them 40 minutes, our starters, but it's like they had a week off and then they had
Yeah. They hadn't
even
played in 10
before that
days.
they were. Yeah, I mean, these guys are gonna have to play heavy minutes, you know, so you got to get your
Hmm.
cardio somehow.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's exactly why Missoula did it. And I mean, it was a team coached like the way Eric Spoelstra coaches is the way they play and their style is all energy and effort. So they got a shot every single night. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like every single
Yeah,
night, you feel like you could sneak out a win. And that's how the Celtics teams were built before they had a bunch of talent. And as a fan too, you always feel like, oh, we might be able to sneak out this series somehow. Punch them in the mouth.
yeah,
And for the Celtics, that is not the way you wanted to end a game against a style of team like this. Going into the next one, let them be feeling themselves, get confident. Because obviously they're not going to win with more talent. They're going to have to
yeah,
win with some crazy confidence and some energy and effort out there.
yeah.
So, and I am worried about the Celtics style of play. The way they won that game is just all threes. And you've seen in the years past,
I
that's where
mean,
they've got hung up is you live and you die by the three. And so it's like,
that is
hopefully they're not just
true,
relying on
but
that game plan.
at the same time though, that's the league this year, or how it's
Yeah.
been. You know, it's the Celtics just do it at a better clip,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and that's their game. But here's a good stat for you. I was listening to the Zach Lowe podcast, and the Heat's shots were actually on average further away than the Celtics shots.
Wow. That's crazy.
And he explained it more. He was going into depth. I mean, it's because they were shooting a lot more mid ranges than we were. It
Hmm.
was either threes or to the cup for us. But I mean, hey, at least we know we can get to the cup on them, and then if it's not there,
Hmm.
you're hitting threes. You know, I mean, we're not really hitting mid rangers like the Heat are. But yeah, that was an
Yeah.
interesting stat for me.
Yeah. And, I think a big reason why the Celtics pulled the trigger on getting a guy like Porzingis was the fact that when they had Rob Williams and they played against Miami, he was either dunking the ball or he was setting screens up top, but they didn't worry about him shooting the three. Or when they're playing
Hmm.
zone, they didn't worry about him shooting the deep mid range. And Porzingis opens up all that. So when Miami goes to their zone that they so often do, the Celtics don't get stagnant because they have a little outlet like Porzingis in the mid range or shooting a 28-foot three. Like, what is he doing? That's insane, dude. 6 foot, 7 foot.
Well, and I mean, you go back to last year. I mean, yeah, Marcus Smart and Robert Williams, anytime they were on the court, Bam was a help side defender.
Hmm.
So, I mean, anytime we kicked it out, yeah, they're going to let Robert Williams or Marcus Smart shoot the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, Marcus
Mm.
Smart got better as a 3-point shooter, but
No,
he ain't
not
doing what
consistent.
he
Yeah.
ain't doing what KP doing right now. I tell you that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. That guy looks so happy too. They were talking about he's never looked happier.
I
And
know,
it's
dude.
pretty
He's
cool.
always just smiling. He's always
Yeah.
just smiling.
Yeah. No, for sure. And like KP is like obviously he came out and his nickname was a unicorn. He don't get hyped up as much no more. Obviously, we went the Wizards last year and they weren't winning, and now with the Celtics, he's not the main guy anyways. But
Hmm.
his part to this team is vital. And just think about a guy like that, 7 footer shooting threes. Now you got guys like Wembenyama, who I think Rasheed Wallace the other day called him Wamba Wamba.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so funny. Wamba Wamba. So that's what we'll be calling him from now on. But like guys like that, like that's what the league is turning into. Chet Holmgren. Look at that guy. That guy is slender man, bro. Well, I guess Wamba Wamba is too, but like all these tall, skinny dudes that can just shoot threes and like dribble the ball like a guard. And we got our first question. Donnie says, tax season 35 says, if the Celtics don't win it this year, what changes do you guys think they will make? They've been so close to every year that the past few years, but always fall short. Thanks for that
I mean,
heartbreaking reminder. But yeah, they do.
if it's to any team outside of the Nuggets, I think you just run it
Hmm.
back.
Yeah,
Like I said, you're gonna if you face the Nuggets in the finals, you're gonna have to find a way to stop the Joker.
which nobody can. Nobody's found a way.
And you just can't, dude. And it's hard.
Yeah,
I just don't know. He's a unicorn in a sense. I mean, that guy
yeah,
just he gets it done, and he makes people around him better. And he's got that 1-2 game with Jamal Murray going, and
yeah,
I mean, if it, like I said, if it's anyone other than the Nuggets that you lose to in the finals, you just run it back.
yeah. I think the only way you're stopping Jokic maybe is like you hold one of his horses hostage, so it's like his mind's not in the right place during the game. You know what I mean? Or like maybe one of his horses passes away coincidentally, and he misses the game for the funeral or something. Like
I
I
don't
think
know,
that's
dude.
the
I think
that's
I
the
think
only
that
chance.
piss. I think that turned him into John Wick of basketball, bro. I think that
That
pissed him off.
ooh, that might. Wow,
I think.
I don't know what to do then. I have no answer.
I mean,
But
you just gotta hope and pray you played. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. It,
dude.
it's it. You're lost at words when you talk about the Joker playing basketball.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
just like, what do you do?
Yeah, you don't like we talk about this all the time, but it's like it blows our mind. The guy don't care about basketball, and he's the best in the league. Did you see his
Uh,
Despicable Me commercial that he was in,
yeah,
where he's compared to Gru?
yeah.
I love it, dude. How could you not like the
She's
guy?
she's what what did she say? I can't remember what she says. He's
She's like,
they
"Does it
keep
bother you?"
following me.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't bother me. And he goes, they keep following me. He's all they like lifts this thing up. I'm not your boss.
Yeah. All the minions, dude. And
Yeah.
there's this meme too the other day I saw where that commercial of LeBron talking to young LeBron, and he's
Oh
all find it.
yeah,
Yeah, find a man named Jokic and convince him to horse race full time.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. But no, as far as the Celtics, if they don't win it this year, they have already gone all in on with this team and running it back next year, no matter the outcome. I mean, they've extended Jalen Brown. Obviously, Tatum's going to get a huge extension this offseason. And Drew Holiday just got extended. Porzingis got extended when they traded for him. And
Hmm.
so their whole starting five, including Derek White, is already locked in under contract for next year as well. The only person left for a long-term extension is Derek White, which they can start getting into negotiations later this summer. But their whole game plan is no matter what happens, they will be running it back with this same group, which I
And I mean,
don't see why not.
you have Pritchard locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Hauser's actually got a team option next year, so
Mm-hmm.
he'll be locked up. It's really gonna just be run it back.
Yeah,
And you can only hope,
yeah,
man. As a Celtics fan, you can only hope we go back to back, dude.
yeah,
But
yeah,
there's one man that
clearly.
stands in the way, dude. It really is. I mean, like I
Yeah,
said, Jamal Murray all series has not played up to par, and they're up
mm-hmm.
2-0. They're up
Yeah,
2-0.
yeah. They're dangerous. Like they play so well together. That's the big thing. It's not like just Jokic and the way he moves the ball and gets everyone involved, but like this team just they don't have like Aaron Gordon's not a huge name. Michael Porter Jr. not yet. He may be, but like KCP, like the way they all just play together so well,
Hmm.
and that's the difference between them and everybody else. They look like they've been playing together for years and years.
How
And
about that other team? Huh? That seed team coming for them, though. Just
you
beat
talking
down
about
the
the
Suns
T-Wolves
again. Yes, sir.
again?
What did I tell you, dude? I told you my only concern with them is if Rudy Gobert can play defense in the
Yeah,
playoffs. And so
yeah.
far, he hasn't disappointed, dude. The T-Wolves, Ant's
Wow.
been pretty nasty. I mean, today, I mean, you
Mm,
look at, I think Cat had 3 fouls in the first half, so he was in trouble already at the beginning of the game. Ant didn't play really well in the beginning of the first half. They
hmm.
still won by like 15 points.
Dude, they're looking scary. Like Anthony Edwards, the way he took over and talking crap to Durant, talking about him passing the torch, but he is a real freaking deal.
I just seen a video of a T-Wolves fan in the third row. He said, "ISO, ISO," and he's yelling at Ant to go ISO on KD. And Ant, I mean, obviously, Ant didn't look at him and say, "I got you," but
Yeah,
he basically did, and he scored on
yeah,
him. I was just like, "Oh
damn,
my gosh!"
dude, like,
Like they're feeling themselves right now, dude. And I mean, that's almost. I mean, they're both up 2-0. I mean, yeah, the series aren't over, but
mhm,
it's kind of looking like the Nuggets and the Wolves are going to be looking at each other in the second round.
yeah. And Anthony Edwards, like everyone knows, he's low key, he's Jordan's son. You know, like
For
every
real.
year there's a new guy that's like he looks just like Jordan. Like that must be his son. That no one knows about. But
That's what I'm
him and Jim,
saying.
him and Jimmy. But no, they look scary and they look like they are gonna face the Nuggets second round. And with the playoffs, like it's kind of always after game one. Whoever's up 1-0, it's like, oh, the series is over. You know what I mean? Like everyone
Hmm.
overreacts, and then it gets tied up, and then whoever won the second game, they're like, oh, they're gonna win it 4-1. Like that's what you love about the NBA playoffs is so much can change. Like your narratives of the teams like can completely change from game to game.
I mean, next week it can be 2-2 in both those series, but
Yeah, and you
I
could be
just don't
looking at
see
it like,
it.
oh, yeah, the Suns are better than the T Wolves. Like they'll win this
Yeah,
six.
but
So
I don't see it. Maybe it happens to the T Wolves, but not the Nuggets. I mean, maybe they both give up one game, but like I
mhm,
said, D'Lo's not going to be playing any better than what he did
yeah,
yesterday. And I mean, Ant was unconscious in the first half, and
mhm,
they just didn't finish, man.
yeah,
Championship teams find a way to finish games. I mean,
yeah,
T Wolves were down. I mean, no, T Wolves were down 1 point at halftime today. They ended up
mhm,
coming back. Like I said, Cat was in foul trouble. Ant wasn't playing
mhm.
very well.
Against a
And
team
they
with
got
more experience.
McDaniels. They got
Yeah,
KD, but we got McDaniels.
yeah, yeah. And oh, man, I totally spaced what I was gonna say. Um, how down bad Lakers fans are because like they're always talking about who they lost and they go play good somewhere else. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I heard someone else say the other day, like, "Oh, we got rid of KCP, and look at him going and getting a ring. He's so good." I'm like, you're down bad when you're crying over KCP leaving your team. Like, dang, dude, like you really don't have much then, huh? You're crying over K. It's like the Wolverine meme, where he's like looking at that picture. It's like Lakers fans like reminiscing over KCP with
Yeah,
the
he's
Lakers.
crying.
Yeah, but our other question we got from Patrick Easterday, he was asking if the Mavs have what it takes to take down the Nuggets. What you think?
No, no.
Yeah,
I think they're about to lose this series. I think I picked them to win this series, but
yeah.
James Harden decided to show up, and it's not looking good
Playoff,
from Kawhi's playing.
but playoff
Yeah,
P.
playoff Pete. He showed up. He showed up last game, and they still won by like 20. That's how good they were playing the other day.
Yeah,
Zubac, and Harden.
and Kawhi coming back today. I think the odds shifted from they were like +4, and the rumor was that Kawhi might play, and they immediately shifted from to Clippers favored by 1.5 points.
Yeah, and
Like
I don't know what
that's
the
what
score
Kawhi
is right
does.
now. They're playing right now, but yeah,
It
I
looks like
think
so. We got Mavs up 2 with 8.5 to go. Luca's already got 20. Eight
in
and a
the
half to go
first
the
half, in the
third quarter.
third.
Yeah, 50 to 48. Harden's got
I
15.
mean,
Georgia 10. But
yeah, and
close
I'm
one.
sure Kawhi is not playing like much, but
Yeah, and
yeah, I mean, if like we said, dude, if we
yeah,
can get James Harden that's putting up 31 and like
uh,
10,
yeah,
it they'll win the series, you
yeah,
know?
and I think the Clippers will go as far as Kawhi's helped us.
Hmm.
Like if Kawhi's like actually playing healthy, or if he's playing hurt right now, but like the Mavs, I think they'll have enough to just get through the Clips. Like the Clips, sure they won that first game pretty big. They might take the other one. I don't know if this one is it in LA. Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
LA.
it's
So
in
it's like
LA.
I could see them even taking this one maybe. But if the Clippers don't have like a completely healthy Kawhi Leonard, like I could easily see the Mavs outlasting them. I could see Harden flaming out, playoff P. flaming out. Like because you've seen Harden do it. Like remember last year against the Celtics, he was balling out, and then
Oh
where
yeah,
they needed
no,
him most,
game
game
one.
six and seven, yeah, he's gone.
Game one against the Celtics last year, he went out for 46, and I think he hit the game winner to take the
Yeah,
1-0 lead.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, if he doesn't play, he only needs to play. He doesn't need to be dropping 30. Though. If Kawhi's playing, he doesn't need to be dropping
Yeah,
30. But
yeah. Just give the ball to
I
Kawhi and
mean,
get out the way.
pretty much,
Yeah,
Paul
like
George needs to show up.
yeah.
As long as two of their big three show up,
Hmm.
and not even like give you 30 or anything like that. But if Kawhi can give you 25, James Harden can give you a solid like 15, 8 and 5 or
Hmm.
whatever, like I think you'll be fine. And where
Yeah.
Zubac has just been beating up on their bigs, that's another
Hmm.
huge part of that team.
And the thing about Harden too is like he cries a lot now because he feels like he don't get the attention for passing the ball as much. But it's like the difference between him and what it used to be is like, yeah, he would shoot too much, but he really does like sometimes pass the ball too much. Like if he
Yeah.
were to give a solid 20 and 10, 22 and 10 like consistently in the playoffs, they'd be winning, but
Hmm.
he'd be like, "Oh, I got 10 assists. They say I shoot too much. They say I pass too much." It's like, dude, you're capable of doing both. If you do it consistently in the playoffs with a team like Kawhi and Paul George, you're gonna win. You know what I mean? Like, so I
Yeah.
think it all really depends on that guy. But as far as Mavs beating the Nuggets, it's so hard, dude. I don't know if I can see anybody beating the Nuggets. I even have a hard time as a Celtics fan. Like, I'm like, I really just hope we don't see them. You know what I mean? I hope someone bounces them before the finals. Cause like, I'm not ducking smoke, but I hope we don't play them.
No, I want the smoke, bro. I want to see the
Yeah,
Nuggets.
you want to
I think
play the
honestly,
best team.
after the second game we played against them, as bad as we played and only to lose by like a couple of points, I think like 3 points,
Yeah.
4 points. I think we could beat it. It's gonna be a 7 game series, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
be sweating bullets the entire every second of every game. But
Yeah.
you know,
No, I think that's the most exciting thing is like if they play each other, like the uncertainty of who's gonna win, but the certainty of knowing it's going 7 games. Like
yeah,
everybody that 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 knows ball like us knows that those are the two best teams, and if they play, they're going 7 games. Like both of those games that they played were so close and so back and forth. Even with the
hmm,
Celtics not playing at their best, Nuggets didn't play their best either, I believe. And so, like, if they played, that would be one of the best finals like views for a while.
yeah,
Because you don't always get a fun finals matchup. Like last year, Miami versus Nuggets. Like, who cared really? You know what I mean? Like you got
that's what I'm
Jimmy, but
saying.
even he was gassed out by the time they played in the finals.
And they ran even Gabe Vincent, Struce, and Caleb Martin. They ran out of gas too.
Oh, you mean they started playing like themselves all of a sudden?
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I watched the finals
Oh
and
my
I was just
gosh.
like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
really?
they
Like we
came back
lost
to earth.
for real. We lost to these bums. They played 3 games. The first 3 games against the Celtics, like they are all pro players. Like Caleb Martin's talking trash to everybody, and you're like, dude, who the hell are you?
That's what I'm
Like, what are you
saying.
doing? Yeah. No, last season was
Oh,
cursed. Like you knew it was something was off when Jalen Brown, like right before playoffs, like cut his hand while gardening. Like, what the hell, bro? We're trying to win an
yeah,
NBA championship. What are you doing out here gardening, bro?
that's what I'm
Why are you
saying.
risking any kind of injury? I could never,
Hey,
bro. I
but
would,
we ain't got we ain't
yeah,
got Buttergoon here. But how about
yeah, no.
the Pelicans, huh?
Ooh, the Pellies, huh? How about them without Zion?
You know, I didn't really watch the game. To be honest with
Huh?
you, I didn't watch the game.
I didn't.
I just
I
saw
missed
that.
that one. I
I
saw the
just saw
text from
that
Pops.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that CJ had a chance to win it at the end. But if they're
Oh
gonna
no,
put,
I did catch part of that game. Yeah,
I
that was
just think.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro.
No, you got it, bro. I forgot
All
what I
right,
was
bro.
gonna say.
No, I was gonna. Yeah, it's okay. Gordy asked, "Is it okay to poke fun at Buttergoon?" Of course, it's always fun to poke some fun at Buttergoon. We love him, but jokes about Zion's weight, they just They just never get old, bro. We could do that all day. But no, they played a very close game. It did come yeah, them cheeseburgers. It's that food in the bayou. But obviously it's a game where they miss Zion because like all he does for them. And everybody kind of knows like without Zion, it's like such a tall task to beat a team like this. If they somehow squeak it out, they got guys like McCollum and Ingram who now have experience, but like without Zion, like this team goes from like who knows how far they can go, like ceiling wise, to like nah, they just no more. Like you don't expect
Yeah.
much from them. They Brandon Ingram had 12 points. It's 5 for 17.
And
Like,
yeah, I mean, he's got to show up. If they want a chance at winning and they got no Zion, he's got to show up and give you
yeah.
30 a night.
All right. Here's the question though, because a lot of people are saying they're gonna have to choose between signing Ingram and Zion at the end at in the offseason.
I mean,
Who
come
are you
on,
are you rolling
dude.
with?
Come
Are you
on.
rolling with inconsistent Ingram, who's playing in the playoffs, or overweight Zion, who's always hurt in the playoffs?
I
Who
mean,
you
come
who you
on,
rolling with?
dude.
Who
Come
you rolling the
on,
dice on?
dude. Come on. It's not even flipping a coin, dude. Come on. Give me fat guy, dude. Come on. Brandon Ingram's got to go find a new home, dude. I'm sorry.
Dude, he does, huh? Dude,
You got to build around Zion. Go get him some running mates.
bro, get
And if
Zion on Brandon Ingram.
hey, I know,
On Brandon Ingram's diet, bro. Ingram needs to put on weight. Like they need to swap diets, whatever they're doing.
yeah.
Oh man,
I think OKC walks away in six. I think the Pelicans give
yeah,
them a hard fought six
yeah.
game series.
You think because the
But
Thunder's inexperience?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's why the
I
game
I
was so
saw
close.
I saw that they didn't shoot very well
Hmm.
in that game, and so did I mean neither did the Pelicans obviously, and that's why it was such
Hmm.
a barn burner. But I mean, you still have the best player in the series in Shea, and then probably the second
Hmm.
best in Chet. But um, I think yeah, with their inexperience, it's gonna cost them a couple of games. They might
Hmm.
give it up here or there, especially going
Dude,
down to the Bayou in a loud house. So
hmm dude, imagine if the Thunder in the offseason get like a max guy, like let's just say someone worthy of a max contract to go with Chet and Shea. Dude, they would be up there with the Nuggets probably with them
so
getting older. Shea.
what if the Suns lose this first series, get
Ooh,
swept, and they blow it up, and KD goes home and pulls a LeBron?
uh, Katie's probably going to whoever wins it this year. That's probably where Katie's going.
Oh, so he's coming to
Nah,
Boston, huh?
nah, he didn't want us when we had when all we had was Al Horford and Isaiah
That's what I'm
Thomas.
saying. You didn't want
We
us
don't
with
want
Al
him now.
Horford, and yeah,
Yeah,
we don't want him now, dude.
yeah. If you don't want us
I
in our
mean,
Jake Powder era, then we can't accept you now.
he could. Hey, he could. He could go play for the Thunder, dude.
No, dude, that would be awesome to see. I've never thought about that until
What
you
if
brought that
for
up now.
what if for whatever reason, Katie and Westbrook just squashed their move and said we're coming home?
Dang. And Harden, who's got FOMO, joins. No, that'd
Nah,
be too much.
nah.
They can't afford all that.
That'd
You
be too
can't afford
much.
all that
Hey,
over
see, now we're
there.
fantasizing, bro. But
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
honesty, dude, all honesty, I think if KD wanted to, if they blew it up, because I mean they can't sign anybody, dude.
Hmm.
They got all their
Dude,
money
the
in Booker
Suns,
and Bill.
dude, think about the position that they're in, dude. Like they risked it all on hoping that Bradley Bill would work out. And granted, I think they said they only played 32 games total with the three of them together because one would
Yeah.
get back, another one would get hurt. Like they've been so unlucky this season. But like for this
Well,
to
and
not
just
pan out, it's rough, dude. They're not in a good situation.
I mean, granted, they're playing one of the best defenses in the league, but
Yeah.
today, KD Booker had 6 turnovers. Bradley Bill shot less than 40% from the field. They all had under 22 points. Like, if you're gonna if you're gonna make some runs, you guys, Booker and KD or Bill and KD or vice versa, they need to show up.
Yeah, dude. Booker led the way with 20 and he shot like crap that first series. I think they
Yeah,
were saying I think they were saying like some insane stat that when Booker is guarded by uh Nikhil Alexander Walker. Like I think for his career he's like a 13% shooter, something like that, maybe even lower.
Wow,
Like he's made one
that's
out of his
crazy.
like last 32, maybe something crazy like that, dude. Like, but yeah, like obviously you're probably not gonna see that matchup a lot, so like you wouldn't know how accurate that is, as far as him
Yeah,
actually
right,
guarding him. But
right.
I mean, Book has not looked good this series, dude, and they
KD really
need
hasn't
him.
either.
hmm
I
They
mean,
need
granted, yeah,
Book to figure it out.
he got 31 last game, but he really
Mm,
McDaniels was all over him too.
yeah,
Oh, that
dude.
goes back to the OKC and Pelicans one. Lou Dort,
Mm.
bro. He's 7 inches
Dude,
smaller
Dot.
than Ingram, and he's just giving it to Ingram,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Oh, actually, speaking of like smaller defenders, I was gonna mention that Lakers Nuggets game. I was reading about how what set the tone for the comeback was Lakers had done a good job of shutting down Murray, but later in the fourth they put Gabe Vincent on him, who's 6 foot, and allowed Murray to see the hoop better and get in a rhythm. And when he got hot, he took
Mhm.
over. And I had to mention about AD saying he's defensive player of the year just the last game,
Oh yeah,
and then gets the buzzer
just to
beater.
get the yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what's
love.
even crazier is he got stuck in that celebration.
Did he really?
Like you watch the replay, bro, and the whole bench just like surrounds him. He gets like
Yeah,
pushed into the bench and just
dude,
sits
I
there while
love
they're
that.
celebrating.
That's such an AD thing too. Like just to get stuck in that, probably got hurt. Like,
For
oh man, I
real.
love that. Yeah, I love that. No, but another game too to talk about um is the Pacers because Giannis still is not back, and Dame went off game one. And everyone's all, oh, the Bucks are back. You know what I mean? Like they're all Dame's gonna go off for 40 every
I
game,
mean,
like carry us, and they just lost now by 17 today.
yeah.
Going back to Indiana, which is
I
a great place for playoffs. Indiana's a basketball state right there. So to go back into Indy, Tyrese Halliburton, Siakam dropped 37 today, 11 boards
you
and
know
six
he
assists.
he's got the first and second most points scored in the playoffs this year.
Who?
Siakam.
No way.
He had 36 last game and then 37 tonight, and those are the top two scoring
Playoff Pascal?
in the playoff. That's what I'm saying. PP, new PP.
Playoff Pascal? We're gonna have to do a ranking of the playoff P's because I just want to mention one of my Russian coworkers who just got into basketball last year, become a huge Celtics fan, and he has talked about how this offseason the Celtics will be trading Jason Tatum so they can build around Peyton Pritchard.
What
And
the?
but no, but like he says that because he just loves Peyton Pritchard.
You
So
know,
that's another
I have to.
playoff P
I owe
right
him
there,
an
dude.
apology. I owe him an apology
Playoff
because
P,
all
yo, him an
season,
apology.
no, Peyton Pritchard.
That's playoff P, baby. Playoff
Yeah,
PP.
there's too many playoff fees. I get it, but no, all season, dude. I just didn't think, he was really bought in. I still thought he felt like he wasn't getting much playing time and stuff,
hmm
and he just wasn't doing much. And then towards the end of the season, he started getting his playing time. He's dropping triple doubles. I mean,
hmm
shoot, in game one, dude, him and Hauser were freaking lights out.
Mac J Boy says Celtics bounce in second round.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
you
who's gonna
wish.
bounce us? Who's gonna bounce us? The Cavs? They haven't even scored 100 points.
That's our boy Johnny Mac saying that.
Oh my
The
gosh, of
guy's a
course,
Jazz
of
fan.
course.
Let him dream.
He could
Johnny
only
Mac, I tried to
wish.
call you the other day, but it didn't ring. Anyways, um, but playoff Pete, bro, last year, um, he brought so much attention to the Celtics. But like, he looked real selfish. He did not have a good look on himself, but complaining constantly, saying he wanted to be traded. He's not getting a big enough role. Well, they had so many like talented point guards, and he's still
Yeah.
really young. And to go into this offseason, they make room for him specifically. Brad Stevens does, of course, Brad Stevens, but talks him into an extension. And when he signed that extension, I was like, the Celtics just got away with robbery. Brad got him at such a deal where he's like, I think he's making 6 or 7 mil a year. And I'm like, I
Hmm.
guarantee in the 4 years that he's going to be here, he's going to be way valued way higher than that. And
Yeah.
sure enough, to see him like fully buy in again this year and really accept his role has been super cool. Like the guy looks phenomenal out there. And like you said, Sam Hauser, like who would have thought, dude? These two guys, you're like, there's no way
The
they make the
fact,
rotation.
hey, you gotta have the white boy shooters on your team to be a
Yeah, bro.
true
We
contender,
le-
dude.
we learned that from Miami, bro.
Exactly.
They did it with Duncan
No, but
Robinson, who I can't stand, bro. Duncan Robinson has the most punchable face I've ever seen, dude. Can't stand Duncan Robinson.
that's Sheen, bro. Leave him alone.
That's who?
That's Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. Come on, dog.
Oh, the disrespect to Sheen, bro. That poor guy. But
No, but yeah, the fact that Hauser only shoots 3 pointers, like 80 to 90% of his shots are 3 pointers,
yeah,
is yeah. I mean,
dude.
he's our Kyle Korver, he's our Steve Curry, he's
Hmm.
our uh I can't even our Ray Allen from Miami,
Hmm.
not '08 Ray
Yeah,
Allen, right? Let's not
yeah.
get carried
That's
away.
that's a different
But
animal. Yeah.
yeah.
Nah. But the thing was Hauser, dude, is like that really set the tone in that game one. Because the way he like they were starting to make a little run and get back into it, and he just that run right there, they just felt depleted when they're going all out
Hmm.
to make sure Brown and Tatum don't get going. White, Holiday, forcing all these weapons, and then you got Sam freaking Hauser coming out and hitting like 3 or 4 straight threes. Then they were like, "All right, it's not our night."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was huge, man, and the consistency he's had since like the All Star break, him and Pritchard has made all the difference. And then you got playoff Al coming off the bench, baby.
God, I love playoff Al, dude.
Love
I
playoff
love that
Al.
man. I would want nothing more than to win a ring for him, bro. He
Yeah, it's got
deserves
to
it, man.
happen.
He
He
deserves it.
does. That poor guy, dude. Went through so much heartbreak with us.
That's what I'm saying. He's got the most playoff games without a ring. I'm like, oh,
Mm,
poor guy. Or no,
yeah,
most playoff. Well, before we went to the finals in 22, he had the most playoff games without reaching the finals.
yeah. He's probably getting up there as far. No, I wouldn't say without getting a ring because there's a lot of greats without a ring, but like all the Jazz players ever. But
Yeah, but you
sorry,
know what's
Johnny Mac.
crazy to me? You know what's crazy to me is that he was on
What's
the
that?
Hawks team in '08 when we played him in the first round.
Hmm. That was his
That's how
rookie
old
year.
this man is.
Yeah, that was his rookie year, and he was good that year. Like he almost willed them.
Yeah.
I think they took the Celtics 7 games in 08
Hmm.
as an 8 seed, which is crazy. Yeah, him and Noah both played together. Joakim Noah, who was another
Yeah,
guy that gave the
Florida.
Celtics fits a year later. But yeah, then they went back to back. But
Yeah.
yeah, Al Horford, dude, he's been doing it for a while. And that, playoffs, he's a different animal.
Yeah.
And I think with the Celtics getting him on the bench, which he's still talented enough to be a starter, but to not put all those minutes on him with his age. I mean, that Golden State series we saw a few years ago, he was out of gas by the time they
Yeah.
got there. Like they to keep him fresh now, keep him off the bench less minutes, and don't like also because the playoff schedule gets condensed. You only get a day off to rest some days, and
Mm.
that wore him out. And so to be able to come off the bench fresh, with less minutes, I think will be a huge, huge factor for the Celtics as they progress in the playoffs if they advance. But yeah, and the Nuggets, as far as we were talking about them earlier, I think the only thing stopping them from winning it would be how do they close out series? Because like this has been a close series. Like luckily they're up 2-0. As long as they can sweep
But
teams,
they could eat. I mean, they could
yeah,
easily be down
mm,
0-2.
exactly. But last year you saw that they swept the Lakers going into the finals, so they're fresh. They're waiting on the
Hmm.
Heat, who took 7 games. They just went through a battle with the Bucks. They battled with the Knicks, who's a feisty team, and they battled the Celtics for 7 games, which is always a bloody series. And by the time like the Celtics, they did that with the Warriors. They were
Yeah.
worn out by the time they got there. And a team like the Nuggets, who made easy work on the way there, made all the difference. They're the fresher team. So this year,
Yeah.
with the West being as stacked as it is, how good are they at closing out these series and getting out of there in 5 games instead of 6 or 7? Can they take advantage of that and close out series. Because if they go 6 games, 7 games, 7 games, or however many, by the time they face the Celtics team, who's facing a weak East this year, like that could be the deciding factor.
Well, even if they sweep the Lakers, this hasn't been an easy series for them.
No, it
I
hasn't.
mean,
It hasn't.
like I said, they were down 20 last night and had to fight all the
Hmm.
way back. And then
Yeah.
2 nights ago they were down 9, you know.
Hmm.
I mean, it hasn't been an easy series for you. I'd also like to take back everything I said about the Magic. I thought they were gonna play a lot better. I mean, hey,
And we gave you a lot of crap for that too, for standing up for the Magic, bro.
dude. Well, can you blame me? They were freaking just being
Yeah.
dogs, dude. They were being Hey, but I will say this: their defense is showing up. They just have no one that can shoot the ball. Like I said, the Cavs haven't scored 100 points in the
Yeah.
series,
Wow.
but they just have no one that was gonna bring up another thing too. If Brandon Ingram leaves, maybe he ends up in Orlando.
Ooh, that'd be a good fit.
Him and Paulo and the
Yeah.
Wagners,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean their defense shows up every night. It's just they
Hmm.
can't shoot the ball, dude.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for them, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
watching this series and I'm just thinking, man, I really chose this team to win.
Yeah. Hey, it's still early. You never know what series they can, because the Cavs been so inconsistent this year. D Mitchell must be just making the right decisions, because obviously he's not scoring a whole bunch. He only scored 23 this last game, 2 for 10 from three, but they're a very talented team. Like the Cavs
Did
have
you say two for
under,
10 from three?
yeah, but
That's what I
they have
mean.
the Cavs have underachieved all year. Like
Yeah.
everyone's been waiting for them to play a lot better than what they are. So who knows if they get going? You know, D Mitchell always gives the Celtics fits. Like that could Max Strus always has career highs against the Celtics. Freaking guy. He's mad because they cut him. Like, get over it, bro. That was like 6 years
That's what
ago,
I'm
bro.
saying. That's what I'm
Yeah, bro.
saying. I'm like, I
You
didn't
don't
even
even
know who
think
you
about
were till last year, dude.
yeah.
We didn't even know who
And
you
we
were
broke
till
our
last
hearts.
year.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy, dude.
But we
No,
we
yeah,
actually
they
watched him in
should.
summer league.
Oh, you guys did?
You did too, I'm pretty sure. Didn't you come with us one year?
Nah, I haven't
Uh,
watched Summer League. No.
uh, we'll have to go this year. But yeah, honestly, that can make for a good series. The Magic. We'll see if they figure it out for you, bro.
I mean, at least one game. Give me one game.
Franz,
Either way,
Franz,
I have high hopes for them next year because they
yeah,
have a lot of money to
they
spend.
do got yeah,
And if you
and
can go, like I said, you can go get a Clay Thompson or a Brandon Ingram, go get yourself some
yeah,
shooters,
yeah.
some
I love.
playmakers, dude.
I just got a text from my little brother Dallas saying the Max Struess disrespect is crazy.
Oh my gosh, who is this guy, bro?
Yeah, for real. But Franz Wagner, I love that Paul Pierce is just calling him Frank Wagner, and
Frank
it's
Wagner.
Franz Wagner, and he kept calling him Frank Wagner. And Kevin Garnett was like, "You can't pronounce his name like that. That's disrespectful, Pete." And he's all, "That's his American name. He's earned it." You know, all this. It was just hilarious. You know, Paul Pierce be saying some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
But no, dude, playoffs have been fun. They've been real fun
yeah.
already. And you know, it's only gonna get better with these series. Who knows how many games they'll go. Tomorrow, Pellies and Thunder game two, and then Celtics Heat game two. So we got some good games on deck. But
Well, we got one good game on deck. Our game's
yeah,
probably gonna be over at halftime.
I hope so, dude. But I think the odds are a little crazy. Like right now, the way they have Celtics favored, like Vegas odds are like I don't even know how many zeros is in that. There's a lot of zeros, like minus 1,000 or minus like 10,000 or something like that. Like you were to put a
To
hundred bucks
win.
on the Heat to win the series, and if they did, you'd get paid out probably like at least 10,000, maybe 100,000. Might have been those odds, but
I
they're
mean,
favored.
do you
They're
blame
favored by
them
14.
though?
At the same time, that's like kind of crazy. It's so high that it's like don't jinx it. You know what I mean? You never
Well,
know what could
hey,
happen.
we were favored by almost 15 points last game. Then we just
They're
we won by 20.
they're favored by 14 and a half tomorrow too.
I mean,
But Spoelstra, you never know, bro. He's the boogeyman, bro.
I'm
But
not worried this year, bro. I wish they had
yeah,
Jimmy.
I wish they did too. It'd feel more fair. Like It'd be a real good series. Real good series.
It'd be a really good gentleman sweep.
I wish that'd be nothing would be sweeter than to sweep Jimmy with with him like healthy, you know.
Yeah.
Golly,
I'd be like
one can
this.
dream.
What now, Jimmy? What now,
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Last year, after he posted like 3 straight games, you know, he'd post after every game, like just being super cocky. Once the
Yeah.
Celtics would win each game, I was commenting on his Instagram, was like waiting for you to post. Like I was the reason he like went into hiding on Instagram.
Yeah.
He saw my comments. I know he did. I was DMing him. I was like, and I think you saw my post about Udonis Haslam when he said he disrespected Bill Russell.
That's what I'm saying, bro. How you gonna
Yeah,
disrespect Bill Russell? He's the
I put
reason
it
you're
on
in the
my
league, boy.
I put it on my Instagram story, and I said I tagged him. I said, "You better hope I don't see you in Idaho, like it's on site." And it got reported. I don't know who did. Probably some Miami Heat fan that can't handle the heat in the kitchen, but it is what it is. Udonis
That's
Haslam, if
that
you
heat.
see this,
Hey, that's
if
that
you
heat
see this
culture,
Haslam,
baby.
yeah, if you see this Haslam, just you better pray I don't see you, bro. You better hope I don't see you, bro. It's on site.
I'm actually after we
But
go off air, I'm gonna tag him in the comments.
yeah, if he found this, bro, like he'd kill me, bro. He's like he's 6'9", bro. But yeah, we have a lot of great games. This has been great, bro. You know, a lot to look forward to. These series are going to start really heating up. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
go live again later this week, you know, if something crazy happens. I'm sure we'll have some time, but for sure next week.
NFL draft this week.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be another good reason to go live, but yeah. We'll just close it out there though, brother. Appreciate having you on as always, man.
I
Oh
appreciate
yeah.
it, dude. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. See you soon, bro.